We have a special guest. We'll call him the host. He's a Pro Football Hall of Famer, owner of the Cowboys, and if they had a Hall of Fame for promoters, Jerry Jones would be in there as well. It's great to have you here, sir.
Well, and I'll sure accept that role.
You have done a nice job. Now, you're a boxer. You boxed yourself growing up.
Well, I have such respect for what these guys do. There's nobody else in the ring with them. It's just them and their skills. And they empty the bucket. So I've always had that kind of respect. And in a way, it does apply to football because at the end of the day, every football player has his own game that has to play.
And I know you're a heavyweight owner, but really you did box, what, boys club going up? You started as kind of a lightweight, worked your way up?
We had great fighting in Central Arkansas where I grew up. A man named Sonny Ingram really established the Southern boxing criteria, really. And I grew up in a boys club where we would just, from a little guy on, you fought. The gloves were as big as my head when I first started fighting.
But you worked your way up.
Jerry, you've had other great events here. You've had a Super Bowl, Final Four. But is there anything like the electricity of a world title fight?
Ray, not only that, but the uniqueness of this situation with these two fighters. These guys are really legitimately thought of and can be a great champion in the name of the Sugar Rays, if I dare say it, the Haglers, the Hearns, if you will. Having said all of that, when will we ever see two fighters come together at this period of time in their careers? And one will come out probably being recognized as the greatest pound-for-pound champion. I know you've said that, Shawn.
Very, very true. I mean, we got it happening right now. It's going to continue to happen. Boxing is starting to make a transition back into greatness, and it starts tonight. If I'm being honest, it starts
Shawn,
tonight.
Really, when I built this stadium, and I thought of the events that could be in this stadium, I really thought of fighting. It was foremost on my mind.
Beautiful.
And I thought, well, you know, Las Vegas is great for fights. It has the atmosphere. But why not here where we could put, tonight we could approach 40,000 people in this stadium. Wow. And why can't boxing be that for thousands of people and be inspired by those numbers? And I hope the stadium delivers
and that's
tonight.
Why you got Jerry's
because
there,
we've got two great fighters.
This is going to be a fantastic fight. I'm looking forward to it. Listen, I'm a big football fan. I'm a Browns fan because I'm from Cleveland. We took a fantastic wide receiver out of your division, Odell Beckham Jr. How you feel about that?
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's probably put it on.
Now you got to watch your back.
Well,
we're coming for you.
I agree with that, and I'm so behind the Haslams and what they're doing there in Cleveland.
Beautiful.
And I'm really, when you're in a league, you really want the competition to be there. And that really segues, Ray, into what we're talking about here tonight. Man, you can't have a fight unless you got a fight.
We got fighter. You saw Evander Holyfield here, a number of celebrities, fighters. Now, Errol Spence said if he wins, and it's Garcia's and some of that he wants Pacquiao and in this building. He'd like that. Is that something you'd help make happen?
Well, first of all, our fans would walk across Texas, so to speak.
Yeah, because Pacquiao packed him in when he was here, right? That was the record number of attendance.
Exactly. It may have been one of the biggest fights in modern day time as far as attendance is concerned. But there's no question. Spence got these Dallas roots. He'll have this cowboy stuff all over him. Garcia, who grew up at Oxnard watching our
training
camp and what have you. Both of them got, in my way of looking at it, some cowboy blood.
Yeah, now you growing up, you know, you mentioned some of the old fighters where you were either an Ali guy or a Frazier guy. You were either Roberto Duran or Sugar Ray Leonard, some of the rivalries. Could this be a rivalry? I know there's the weight class division, but I mean, that's what always makes great sports, you know, from your Cowboys/Redskins, or you want to talk in golf or any sport, in tennis, you get that rivalry going in a sport. It really helps.
These two fighters are made of the kind of stuff that will lift our sport, boxing. It will lift our sport. Not that we haven't had some great people in boxing, but this kind of fight where you can put the show on. Fox coming in here and putting this thing, making it as relevant as it is. and Fox, Mr. Murdoch, and everybody that has built Fox.
And pay-per-view, if you want to see this fight, obviously very important. We're pre-fight and post-fight coverage. Ray had another question. I'm sorry, Jerry.
No, Chris, but you were just talking about the relevance of this fight. Look, this is in the welterweight division. My friend here is part of that. He's a champion in the welterweight division. There's 4 or 5 guys in that welterweight division. If you have a round-robin tournament, you know, it's the best division in boxing by far right now.
You got Shawn, you got Keith Thurman.
You got Keith Thurman, you got Shawn, you got these two, you got Terrence Crawford,
undefeated.
You got Danny Garcia, Manny Pacquiao now. You got a lot of guys. They should have a welterweight tournament to come out the best.
And Shawn, you'd be willing to fight anybody.
I'm looking for whoever's next.
Okay.
You know, I think it's between Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia. Outside of that, maybe Manny Pacquiao, maybe Keith Thurman. I would love to fight down here. I'm gonna go ahead and solicit this right now. I would love to fight down here. Jerry, you go ahead and put that together and let me know what you think.
I want some black Irish in this stadium with all that green on there.
Well, tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day, so we could all.
No, that's what I'm.
My brother and I, we're Irish twins, so.
Yeah. All right, so hey, your Cowboys little off season, getting ready for the draft. Anything you can clue us? You're too busy in free agency. Do you plan to be busy?
Well, we know that we got to put the money
in the right
guys
places
that'll get us here, and it just happens we're lucky enough to have Prescott, who will be front and center here tonight.
Yep.
Nice.
We've got Cooper. We've got guys.
Right,
that
Amari Cooper.
We really need to spend our money on. Lawrence, DeMarcus Lawrence. We've got some great players. It reminds me when I first came in the NFL, and we had great players, and that's where we missed them out. We slipped Deion Sanders in there.
Yes, yeah. That was a quick little maneuver.
And we were forced to do that. But still, we've got a base core team, young.
Jerry, now you got Jason Witten coming back.
Yes.
That's tremendous.
Yeah, and he is a Cowboy.
He missed the Cowboy way.
Do you know what you add when you bring the experience, the champion, when you bring having been there and you put that with use? There's no youth.
We got to get a prediction before we let you go. We're getting close to the event, so I'm sure you're leaning. They're both Cowboy fans. Give us a pick. What do you think?
Well, listen. If we were fighting in Oxnard, where we do our training camp, where that little boy Garcia was watching us and grew up watching us training camp, that's where it is. Here in Dallas, he's got a little home field advantage.
Okay, real quick.
I'm not sure which one can win this fight.
I'm always for the dog. Being a smaller guy, being an underdog, I love Mikey in this fight.
Okay.
I was the dog until this morning. I'm going with Errol Spence.
All right, that's how close. We hope for a terrific fight. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Well, if you enjoyed that clip, make sure you click somewhere around here and subscribe. From fight highlights to exclusive interviews, we have got everything you need as a boxing fan right here on PBC on Fox.